The Einsatzgruppen were special units created by the Nazis before World War II. They were formed to carry out Hitler's plan to eliminate his enemies, especially Jews. These groups were made up of SS and police personnel. They were tasked with following the German army into conquered territories. Their primary purpose was to identify and eliminate anyone considered a threat to the Nazi regime. This included Jews, Roma people, communists, and intellectuals. The Einsatzgruppen were the leading edge of the Holocaust, carrying out mass murder in broad daylight. The Einsatzgruppen were divided into smaller units assigned to different regions. Each unit operated with a terrifying efficiency, fueled by Nazi ideology and anti-Semitism. Their actions marked the beginning of a systematic campaign of genocide that would engulf Europe. The Einsatzgruppen followed a brutal pattern in their operations. After the German army captured a town or village, they would round up the Jewish population. Men, women, and children were forced to gather in public squares, often under the pretense of resettlement. These people were then marched to remote locations, like forests or ravines. They were forced to dig their own graves and then shot in cold blood. The Einsatzgruppen documented their crimes meticulously, keeping detailed records of the number of people killed. These records provide chilling evidence of the scale of their atrocities. The Einsatzgruppen sowed terror and despair wherever they went. Their actions left an indelible scar on the landscape of Europe. The Einsatzgruppen carried out what became known as the Holocaust by bullets. This was a campaign of mass murder that took place in Eastern Europe. Unlike the death camps, which were established later in the war, the Einsatzgruppen killed their victims in open-air massacres. They murdered an estimated 1.5 million Jews in this manner. The killings were often carried out with the help of local collaborators. These collaborators were often motivated by anti-Semitism or fear of the Nazis. The Einsatzgruppen's actions were brutal and inhumane. They represent a dark chapter in human history. After the war, some members of the Einsatzgruppen were put on trial for war crimes. The Nuremberg Trials brought to light the horrors of the Holocaust and the role of the Einsatzgruppen. However, many perpetrators escaped justice. Today, the Einsatzgruppen are remembered as symbols of Nazi brutality. Their crimes serve as a reminder of the dangers of hatred and intolerance. Memorial sites and museums have been established in many of the places where the Einsatzgruppen operated. These sites serve as places of remembrance and education. The legacy of the Einsatzgruppen is one of unimaginable horror. Their actions demonstrate the depths of human cruelty. It is essential to remember these crimes and learn from the past. We must strive to create a world where such atrocities never happen again. The Einsatzgruppen's crimes were not just against the Jewish people but against all of humanity. They serve as a warning about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of standing up for what is right. We must never forget the victims of the Einsatzgruppen and the lessons of the Holocaust. By remembering the past, we can hope to create a better future for all.